What's up, guys? Welcome back to Flipping the Script Fishing. Now, if you've seen some of my recent videos, you know I've been fishing deep and throwing small baits, throwing a drop shot and a Ned rig and having really good success with it. However, I wanted to do something different today, so I decided to go shallow, focus on grass, and throw big baits. Now, I eventually settled on 3 spectacular baits that I'm very excited to throw and had some success. But initially, I started out really shallow, throwing a Texas rig and a frog, and typically I will start very shallow when I am trying to do some shallow fishing and focusing on grass. And eventually, I will work deeper. But as you can see here, I had very little success when I fished very shallow. So I did what any angler would do to get the skunk out of the boat. I threw something small until I could get bit. Hey, any way you can get the skunk out of the boat, we'll do it. Once I got the skunk out of the boat, I decided to move just a little bit deeper once I realized the fish weren't super shallow. So I moved to the next grass line and grass edge and started throwing some bit more aggressive baits. Aggressive, but still realistic, and I had some good results. That's a good fish. That looked better than I thought. I didn't think I had him hooked very well. Come on now. Pick that up. Good fish. 19 inches. Alright. Good fish. Got him on this Savage Gear swim bait. It's actually the very first fish I've ever caught on this swim bait. It's a line through swim bait. And I bought these treble hooks with a weed guard on them, so that way I could throw it like in the grass and right around the grass, and that one was out in the open though, so whew, it's exciting. You know if it hits this thing, it's a good fish. It was. Now this was just a short trip. I had to be done by noon, and that line through swim bait was a little bit slow, so I decided to switch to something that could cover a little bit more water, a little bit faster, and a little bit more aggressively. So once I determined that there were keeper-sized fish at this depth, I decided to switch to a lipless crankbait. Another solid fish. Broke out the old flat shad. So you remember that from winter time, huh? Figured I'd throw it and looky what it had. Solid 18-incher. Yep, I'll take it. Alright. I was just kind of playing with it actually, so we'll see what happens. Press play, but very next cast. Like a small keeper. I believe we found what we're gonna fish with. Now I don't know what happened to my audio here, but the flat shad was getting quick bites, and I think there were some schooling fish that were chasing shad. You could see them periodically bust the surface. However, what I did was follow contour lines out to a little bit deeper water. I found points, and I found creek channels and that kind of thing, and these grass lines would follow those and make dips and irregularities, and that's where I tried to focus my lures and presentations. I would fish these lures erratically and go back and forth between fishing it slowly, ticking the top of the grass, jerking it out of the grass, and the like, in order to try to find a strike and figure out which one got the best results more regularly. I don't know about you, but I try and take the time to stop and smell the roses, so to speak, and find enjoyment in these little things that I love on the water, that brings me back to my childhood and that inquisitive nature. This is no exception. See the size of that bug? It's a beetle. Beetle. As the day wore on and that sun got higher and the temperature got hotter, the fish pulled deeper. Now they didn't go deep, but they certainly went deeper. So the Savage Gear swim bait didn't work so well, and it was difficult to fish the lipless crankbait at the depth I needed to fish it. So I sat down and tried on a couple different lures. Now you'll notice this lure from a video I did earlier in this year. However, it was just too much, and it pretty much dredged the bottom. So I sat down and tried something else. Sixth Sense makes a fantastic square bill crankbait. Now there's all sorts of sizes, but this one in particular is the biggest that I've found. It even dwarfs the 8.0 Strike King square bill. I haven't had a good chance to throw it, but this was a good one. And I was out on the end of a point and decided I needed to get a little bit deeper, right around the 7 to 8 foot range. And this was the crankbait to do it and still have that big profile. Alright, man. There we go. Quality fish. A big square bill. I'm liking it. Well, the morning hours came to a close, and I had to meet somebody who we decided to do a little video on a technique that's catching some big fish right now. So the second half of the day, we did another kind of fishing. So I decided to cut this day into 2 parts. So keep your eye open for that, and that second part should come out soon. And trust me, you don't want to miss this one. So please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and we'll see you for the next one, guys. And until then, tight lines.